Welcome to Big Tony's Garage. In this episode, we're looking at my new acquisition, which is a Kawasaki Vulcan Vaquero, which is a cowboy in Mexico, right? So we have the Kawasaki Vaquero, right? And my good friend was able to drive me down that way and help me pick it up from Wisconsin, right? About a 4-hour ride, and I was afraid to jump on this beast in the beginning. Nervous, right? But it's here. It's been here for about 3 weeks. Just went to buy this adapter for this unit. It's called a Bovi, and what it is, it's supposed to give you the ability to hook up to your phone because it doesn't have a way. So it's wireless basically. It's a wireless. So see if this works, because originally I just had this one wire right here, and I thought this was the power. Sorry, the other way around, which is in there, right? That's the piece I'm trying to look at. That's the piece that I took because I need to extend it. So I'll explain. So if you look in the compartment here, here's the connector right here, right? Here's the connector. And this thing was expensive, like $60, this wire. And then I had to get a male to female, right? So it's in there. And then that goes connected to this unit because this is the power, right? And it's got the cigarette lighter. I don't know how you could smoke a cigar while you're riding your motorcycle. I'm sure that was put there for this specific reason. So according to my good buddy that works at Best Buy, he told me that this needs to be powered. I sent him a picture and I said, hey man, why doesn't it work with this just plugged in into that unit right there, into that plug? He said, oh, well, this has the power on it, so duh, right? So what I'm trying to say is I didn't know about that. I thought that this wire carried the power. So I'm about to find out if it's true or not what he told me, and hopefully it is, and it's not something that's wrong. And what I like about this bike is that you could take the back seat, and I'm sure all the Harley people and all the Kawasaki people and all the people that have these bikes for ever and never knew that. But the first time that I bought myself a newer cruiser, because I did have a 78 Goldwing, you can see a picture right here, and in that picture you'll see that it's a vintage kind of motorcycle, kind of like Prince, right? Like that movie, what is it, Purple Rain? So that one is the style of bike that I had back then, right? And it is very comfortable, and one day I will get myself a Goldwing. On the marketplace, just like the style of it, it hasn't changed since. They still make it exactly the same. They still make a 23 model, and right, the differences are probably minor, but what I'm trying to say is, it's a really nice looking bike to me. It's not upgraded, it's how they say classic look. It's the this is a carbon copy of I think it's the Ultra Glide, right? Harley Davidson. That was the plan, I guess, when they were trying to, they mimicked it. But the good thing about this bike is you don't have to do any internal workout on these or mess with the internals on this. It's self-tapping, regulated, or whatever you want to call it. And the Harleys, they need regular maintenance, right? And then they need a kind of, and this gets the freaking lumpy sound too, the blump, 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 blump. And I'll try it out right now for you. It's got Vance and Hines exhaust system, right? That makes it go like another 50 miles faster. It has these foot pegs that are like that they shake, right? So you don't get the vibration on your feet, right? Because it shakes. And the same thing as that passenger one too. And I like it without the backrest. Like this just seems a lot like cooler, right? If somebody wants to jump on it, you always put that. It just clicks in and you pull the key out. The C2 has got like what is that? Cobra, black Cobra, a black Mamba skin, right? It's got black Mamba on it, all in the back. And it's got the actual brake lights, which you can't see, but these light up. They're LEDs, those two strips, and it's super bright in the back. So whoever had this bike really, the accessories up on it, I guess. It has some kind of power commander tuner here. Inside is where the battery is at, and it's got the power commander, which is a upgrade. But I also found out that there's this company called Ivan. The guy, his name is Ivan, and it's called Ivan Tuners, and that guy supposedly has a better setup. because it is quick, like it picks up and everything with the power commander, but I feel like it ticks like the engine's like ticking a little when you go at high revs, right? But I've had a Kawasaki before. I had a 1500, and I'll put a picture of it right here. And it was smaller looking. It was like an 87 model, but it looked really nice. It looked like as nice as this one would be like 10 years ago, maybe, or 15 years ago. It had like a lump on the tank right here, a little lump, like he either smashed into, like he leaned this bike over and he smashed something, I don't know, or the handlebars, something. But the thing is that, you know, it's the same kind of, you know, very good condition looking bike like this one. It's just real dusty because I haven't cleaned it and it's been on here. But I do take it to work right now. That is nice. The longest trip was getting it here was 4 hours, and then I've been to, you know, shorter distances here, like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and it's really smooth. It's got 2 air valves here when you take the seat off, and you could adjust the suspension on it, I guess. All right, so it's real like comfortable. It's kind of like a Cadillac. Obviously the most comfortable bike that I've owned. Just don't go crazy out there, people. Look out for motorcycles, and that's why I like it nice and loud like that, so people know where I'm coming at. You know, and even like that, people try to, you know, I don't know why it is with people that they disrespect people on motorcycles. I guess I know why, because I'm a driver too, like of a car. And some of these, you know, people are doing some silly things. You know, be safe, guys, out there. I've seen some crazy things happen and some near misses, and unfortunately we hear on the news that people get hurt, and you know, sometimes it is a true accident. Like, you know, fortunately, you know, there's a lot of people on their cell phones now, so I'm always hesitant about, you know, driving at certain times of the day, like during the winter. Obviously, you know, it's out of commission and it's locked up unless it's really nice, but other times you just have to be aware that there's a lot of traffic out there and a lot of people on their freaking cell phones and not paying attention. So certain times of the day, usually not Friday nights or Saturday nights, usually on Sunday nights or even Monday nights, like days that you would see that people, you know, that's when I jump on this thing. Obviously not all the time. I mean, today's Friday and I jumped on it, and today's objective is going to be to connect this unit. So I'm going to plug everything in, and I know it works because I already plugged it into the power source, and that thing lights up blue when it's on. And I turned on, and the little unit that I showed you, that Mobi unit, lights up. So that means it's getting power now. I'm going to have to extend, for now at least, you know, I put everything there, but the wire, the power wire doesn't reach all the way back there, so I'm going to have to do something, either run it under the tank right there, I think, real close to the wall, and figure a way, and then later on obviously take the whole, what I'm trying to say is we could just steal the power from here, Best Buy, to buy the extension because it was too short, and you know, that's got to reach all the way because that unit's going to be housed in there, right, the little Mobi thing. And I saw it light up, but now we see if it picks up on the factory radio. And I don't want to change the unit. I like the style of this bike. I like the, you know, the, like, to me it's like a 50s dashboard, like in the bottom, and then it's got the gauges, like grace gauges, right? It's real cool because it lights up at night, red, right? And then it does like the revs and everything turn like up and down, and you'll see right now when I find my key, so you can see how it sounds. Oh, there's the keys. I'm looking for them everywhere, and they're right there. Yeah. All right, so it goes in here. It's in neutral already. The battery's a little bit low because, like I said, I didn't tell you, but I left this ignition on, and the battery died. It killed the battery, and I charged it, trickle charger, overnight. One night that I've been riding it for short trips, and now the battery's kind of, so that light stays on. That's the oil battery, and you know, once you build oil pressure, it goes off, and once the battery's semi-charged, the red light will go off because you'll see the indicator has like a talking symbol, and then one will point to the, you know, battery, one will point to the oil and something else, and then once they start turning off, that battery one stays on because I still have to charge the battery. So you're gonna hear it for the first time here. See, it does the whole beam. You can't see, it makes a cool sound like a jet about to take off. And then that light's got to be in neutral, but you lift it like so, and then that's in neutral. I did it again. Oh, I have to move the bike. I have to move it, literally move it, because it's on second, and to get down to first I have to push it. So that's the oil light. But I'm back, so I'm gonna fire it, see if it fires up. It should fire in the hole. Alright. Battery. Yeah, it goes out. And I'm sure my neighbors love me now because I got this loud bike. But according to my wife, it's not that loud. It just sounds like that when you first fire it up. But if you give it some gas, it'll tell you, hey man, I'm over here, please don't hit me, or get out of the way, you know, whatever. You just have to be careful out there. I do have to clean it. I have to wash it. Like I said, I haven't cleaned it. When I first got it, I had to clean it. I can see the dust on it. It just needs to be washed. The only thing that I do wipe down is the tank in the morning. When there's, you know, a lot of dew and everything's kind of moist, I bring a towel and I just real carefully take it off. And I know I'm not doing justice to it, but yeah. Something that works really well is furniture cleaner. It works extremely well with this. That lemon one is the best one to buy, and it makes that thing look like glass. All right, so there it is. Let's see if the unit works.